Alright. Good evening. It has actually been a while since I've played Dead Cells. Wait, so this is... Right. Dodge, attack, spot attack. That's the two heal. The two separate things. What do we actually have? We have a cannon. The cannon is great. Otherwise... I do still kind of like the hatchet. Maybe I'll just take that. Yeah, I'll take the hatchet. You go in the backpack, right. And now I'll have to feel myself into the game once again. Thankfully the hatchet should be a good combination here with the rapier, because I can just stun them, dodge into them, and then slap them around. I will not take the Gold King or the King of Greed or whatever he was called. Which, fun fact, I've been playing Nine Kings. Great game. Still early access, I believe. But if you have time, try that. I'm gonna go for survival here because the hatchet does scale with that. And I'm gonna get another survival weapon. Like a better hatchet. Sure, what do we have? Pierce the first target, victims remains explode, damage the frozen target. We can accommodate that. Also, they do not share ammo, as I've just learned. But yeah, if I can get me a weapon that deals extra damage to frozen or stunned targets together with the hatchet, that should be great. Oh. What do we have? Vector jump? It's the same, but with different stats. And since, unfortunately, my current weapon scales with brutality, motherfucker, how did I miss? Just everything. Yeah, but, Nutcracker, I believe, deals extra damage to stun the frozen targets. And I think that would be a good choice. Not the crossbow. Oh, right, the baseball bat. Stun the rooted enemy. That could be good. But how much better is it than what I currently have? Actually, a lot better. Condemned. I said I want to go for... Oh, there's a scroll of power. I should grab that. I want to go for... what is his name? Conjunctivius. Which I feel like I have a good setup for. Otherwise, not Castlevania. That's the garden. Oh, there's another chest. But I haven't found... Oh, I think I see where... Like it's been this one. I think I see where the garden is. At least I see the vine. Wonderful stuff. And then there should be... Alright, I don't think I'll check anything from here. But otherwise, yeah, I was basically just bored the entire day. Because I use a work laptop for my work, and it doesn't work. Which is really bad, because that means if it doesn't work, I also do not work. Flawless. If you haven't taken damage for at least 15 seconds, hand hook. Throwing targets. The critical health if you took damage less than 50% health. I still don't know what malaise is, I don't think. I'm just gonna leave the cells. Reforge, I don't think I need to. I'm just gonna get better stuff later. And then I'll take Necromancy. Actually, take the Armadillo pack. That one's always kinda neat to have. And then I hope I don't fall into the poisoned sewer water. Also, that must be, like, horrendous. Like, these people here must have horrendous shits if the sewer water is just straight up poisonous. There's a scorpion soon. I love that hatchet. It's great. Fuck up. Hate those things though still. And they also explode. And now they have more health than I can kill with one hit. Oh well. The best part about that is that you can stagger and stun enemies when you crit them enough, which the baseball bat is really good at. If enemies even actually live that long. Can you? Thank you. That's just the way back, huh? But yeah, I kind of just want to get through the cell 3. There's a maximum of 5 cells you can activate if I recall correctly, and then up from the 5th onward you can basically like do the true final boss. Which that is probably after I've beaten that guy, I consider the game basically completed. Problem is currently still getting to him. Ooh. Wonderful stuff. Oh wait, that's to the ancient sewer. That's where I want to go. Wonderful. I didn't get to shop or chest, but I think it's fine because I think that should be fast enough for the door. There is no door here. I forgot. Yeah, I'm fine. I think I'll beat Conjunctivius without too much of a problem. Now there is attacking a slowed, stunned, frozen, rooted enemy at close to reduce skill cooldowns. At close range, I am at close range, but I think I'll take the Necromancy first for a bit of healing, because that is basically. I'm gonna be honest. The difficulty increase for roguelike here in Dead Cells is, I think, the best. Because it adds new enemies, it doesn't completely bust Like, for most games, it's just the enemies that already exist get buffs. But I always think that's kinda lazy. I don't have money, huh? Always think that's kinda lazy because it's just, yeah, they have better numbers. Now, there are some, which I think Australia, for example, which adds additional, like, patterns for enemies. That is fine. Fuck. I think I might need to heal soon. And here in Dead Cells, it's basically like you get additional different enemies. Like, enemies are scaled in and scaled out depending on your cells. Like, with one cell in the prison, it added the assassin dude that is invisible and throws knives at you, and then with cell 3 they face that guy out again. Minus 10 damage received is definitely worth it. Minus 10%. The one I already had better stats for me, but minus 10% damage received is definitely just worth it. I love the stupid hatchet. I also kind of like the baseball bat. I don't know, it kind of doesn't fit. It kind of doesn't fit, but it's funny, so I'll allow it. Oh well, it's not really on me to allow that stuff because I didn't make the game. But yeah, so my work laptop broke, and I can't work until I get a new one. So I'm just sitting here like, well, what do I do? What do you do during my work time? I hope they get it fixed. Like, they said it takes like 5 days to send me a new laptop, which I guess is normal timing. Like, the baseball bat is really bad if the enemy isn't stunned. Ooh, magnet mine. Additional damage to a stunned target. That only triggers after... Like, it's... Wait, no, this is a DPS. Oh, wait. Yeah, the DPS, it pulls them in for what, 4 seconds? No, not 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4... Actually, it is 4 seconds, about. And then after it explodes, dealing its DPS going forward. Is there anything down there I want? Down, up. Am I correct here? Yeah. That's an impaler. Do I care to grab that? Not entirely sure. Down, left. Wait. Ah, shit, I forgot to turn my phone off. I always forget that whenever I have it open on. No, wait, that's backwards. Down here, left? No. Have I already gone wrong there? Oh yeah, I have. Left? No. This is wrong. Ah. It's always a bit difficult to control in my opinion. Right, left. No. Wait, where do I go? Ah, up here. What do we have? Damage to bleeding target, damage to rooted targets, shoots and... Yeah, that's a no. Well, unfortunate. Now, technically I can also stun them by parrying. Technically I can also stun them by parrying with the armadillo pack. I think I even have the big stun shield. Like the shield that is better at stunning people. Yeah, I do. Ah. That is, I believe, Jugu. Yeah, it is. Wait. Pile of weapons. Can I get something from that? Ooh, better baseball bat? It is high level. Damage to targets. Like, I don't slow down currently. Burning oils we don't have. I do like the biters. I don't like the biters when I work with frozen. With frozen stuff. But for stun, I think it doesn't unstun. I don't like him with the frozen because when the biters hit the frozen targets, they unfreeze. But for the stun, I think they don't. Well, fuck me. Oh, it's multiple tentacles. Well, that explains that. The tentacles are going to be a problem again. They are the only thing I do not like about Conjunctivius. Also, Dead Flask from Blasphemous, which is a great game. Probably, up to this point, the best Metroidvania I've played. And it's like not even close. Alright, there's an elite up there. I think I want what he has to offer. But first... Lovely. It's just the same area. Dodging plants a bomb, downward attacks. Actually, I don't really like the downward attack smash. I think I'd rather take less damage from projectiles than survival. That is number 3. I need a 4th one. Skills. No. Actually, do you have a cocoon for me? No. 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 Oh, well, unfortunate. There's a firebomb down there. Do I want that? I definitely want that scroll of power. There's a bit of money. I don't think that matters. I'll definitely go grab the scroll of power later on. When I'm at the exit. I honestly kind of need to see if someone knows it better. better Metroidvania. Like, among the ones I've played, which, how many have I played now? I've played like... I've played like 4 on stream? No, 5 on stream. Which is Ender Magnolia, Silk Song, Hollow Knight, wait, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, both Blasphemouses, Somber Echoes, and Ender Magnolia, so that's actually like 6. And then I've played Ender Lilies. Oh wait, I can just... Also, there's a new baseball bat. Damage when you're at max health, launches a grenade, victims burn when they die. Yep. So that's the ones I have played on stream, and then I've played Ender Lilies and some Castlevanias. I still need to play Bloodstained, which I started but never finished. That's a no. At least not for now. And here we are at the exit, meaning... there's no teleporter here. I'll definitely just grab you. And you. And then there should be a teleporter up. Yeah. Because I definitely want that Scroll of Power. I need to see if I can... I've got the Castlevania collection. Like, there are 2 collections, Castlevania collections on Steam. Which contain, I believe, 3 games each. One of which is the GBA collection, and it contains Aria of Sorrow, which is the one I played. And I really like, though apparently I'm kind of alone on that. With that opinion. Like, at least I heard that it wasn't that well received comparatively. I need to play Symphony of the Night if I can. But I'm not gonna play a PlayStation for that. There's a Scroll of Power. Actually, 2 of them. Around here, and a chest. Right, I'm gonna grab those. Like, timing-wise, I'm not gonna make any of the other targets. I'm pretty much aware of that. Like, the timing gates, they are not gonna be fulfilled. But yeah, I still need to play Bloodstained. Any other? I've recently downloaded a game which I've heard good things about, which is called Laika. The problem is that it's apparently very heavy on the theming, and I'm not sure how well I can receive that. Yeah, another key. So I can grab myself one more thing. That's a laser glaive. Damage 2, nah. Like, the laser glaive, really kinda neat for groups, but groups aren't ever really my problem in the game. What do we have? A shield. That's the ice crossbow. I think the shield is the best option among those, which then is the one that deals damage, right? On nearby enemies. Poisons enemies blocked with a parry by the scroll and spreads inflammable oil. Do I not have something that is inflammable? No, it's burn when they die, which, to be fair, interacts with the flammable oil, so I think we're good. Okay, the elevator might have been faster if I actually called it down earlier. Okay. Conjunctivitis. Let's see if the tentacles just destroy me again. Hello. And last mutation, which is gonna be... Question, I do think... Is there anything here for... Like, this reduces skill cooldowns by 0.4, this reduces skill cooldowns by 1.1. And it's the exact same thing with my current loadout. You kill any, you get back to 1 health, otherwise you... Cursed Flask... Oh, where weapons is now 2 times what it was, not really relevant. I think I'll take... just the more health. Because currently I'm not really doing skills. And if I get skills later on that I actually want to use, I'll get to them. Hello, boy! So problem, I don't know if I'll have enough... I don't know if I have enough hatchets, because since they only recharge on killing enemies... Fuck. I might actually just not get any, because I don't know if the tentacles count. Come on, charge me. I note once again, as I have multiple times, that the bat really doesn't do all that much damage if you don't crit. Which would be against some targets. Alright. The tentacles once again just destroying me. And I don't think I got as many back as I put in. Fuck you. God fucking damn it. Okay, the parry does poison him. But only if I parry the charge. Which was very lucky that I managed to do that there. Yeah, I get a few back, but not as many as I'd love to have. Okay, I have 2. And now I'm out of hatchets. Come on, judge me. Fucking damn it. What fuck? Oh yeah, you have that phase. I completely forgot. I forgot he does that. Because normally I kill him a lot faster. I don't think... Actually, I think you might be better than this. Yeah. I'm not gonna take the infantry bow. I'm not impressed. I'm also not gonna go to the Slumbering Sanctuary. Actually, I might. This took way longer than it should have taken. Alright. So, now I need the level 4 boss cell. Which... it's gonna take me a while. In which case, now I can actually just throw shit into the outfits. Until I get more... Yeah. I'm actually pretty stocked up on flasks. So not really too worried about that. Which is surprisingly good, because if I recall correctly, usually I was just very low on flasks. Alright, so that's... That's a good amount of hatchets back. I'm not sure whether I should use hatchets on those guys. Definitely on this guy. These guys, they don't really fight back, so... It's like kicking a priest. Though I'm pretty sure priests would actually fight back at some point. Right. Poisoned enemies that wound you, that's not great, but it's better stats than what I currently have. Ooh, cells. I should make sure to grab those later. Even though I don't really need them right now. Yeah. That's a survival. Also, good evening. Thank you for waiting. Ooh, flint. No, wait, that's the one that you need to hold. Damage to electrified or stunned, and they explode. Spreads inflammable. Unfortunately, I chose not to take the cooldown thing. Well, I also need to aim where I throw my shit. Nope. Yeah, shop. Wait, that's fuck. I chose brutality, not survival. I still know why. I really like this area, like, visually, because I'm a big fan of, like, the orange here. And the blue is also a nice tone. But... Bleeding target, covered in burning oil. We do... No, we don't have covered in burning oil. We only have covered in oil. Well, it's more damage. And also, the throwable objects do have slight piercing. That went very well. But yeah, the throwable objects have slight piercing, so if I can get them all together in one spot with a magic grenade, that should allow me to kill hit multiple of them with one throwable object. Alright, back to kill everything that now wakes up. They have so much health. Also, the baseball bat, for some reason, has... I always think it has more range than it actually does. And I'm running out of throwable objects. Right, grab those. And I think I'll go to the left. Actually, do I have one that pierces enemies? Yeah, shots pierce the first target. I should have maybe read that. That's why they have pierce. Survival. Ooh. Throw objects. Ammo plus 3, damage to bleeding, launches a grenade, victims burn. That's not good enough to spend the money on it. Go pack, probably not. Yeah, I think that's a no. I actually tried to glide down as in Silk's song, and then I remembered that that doesn't exist here. No. Okay, the wizards are... I don't even need to stun them. I definitely need to stun those. Like, I cannot leave them unstunned. But yeah, all these ranged enemies, I don't actually need to stun. Oh. Can we not do that, please? Those scarecrows are annoying as hell. Thank you. Oh. Holy water. That would probably actually synergize very well with the magnet grenade. Forgotten Sepulchre. I hate that area even more than this. That should actually link me to the caves, no? The cavern. Unfortunately, it is cursed. And I'm not sure I want to fight the giant. The Sepulchre goes to... Oh yeah, that's the alchemist stuff. The Sepulchre goes to, I believe, the Timekeeper? I do not like the gimmick of the Sepulchre, I will not lie. But do I... What's worse? I think the Cursed Caverns is worse. Is there actually anything I can still get? Cursed Chest. There's another exit over there, which... Where does it lead to? Clock Tower? What else could it lead to? I think the Clock Tower is the only thing it can lead to. And I think I prefer going to the clock tower. I also still haven't flawlessed the timekeeper. So that's still on my list of to-dos. Wrenching whip. Well, first of all, I'm gonna deal with that guy. I don't think I'll take the whip. It's the third strike is a crit and pulls them closer. And it doesn't have more damage. It doesn't have extra damage on stun targets, so no. I'm honestly surprised this run is going that well, considering I haven't played it in a while. Alright. You need to die. Oh, there's another one. I think I'm running away and ah shit, I can't run away. Fuck. That was... I should have just gone to the sepulchre, I guess. Him pulling me back into basically like... What was that? 5 enemies and all of them damage immune. That was not good for me. Also, in honor of actually playing again, you, hairstyle. Didn't I have a golden flame? No, I'll take this one. Boss rush, I'm still not sure if I want to do that at any point. Also, what enemy? That is the jumper in the King's Castle. Nutcracker. That's Alucard's sword. That's the Nerves of Steel, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Boomerang, infantry. No, that's the infantry bow. Take the Nerves of Steel. Is it the Nerves of Steel? It is the Nerves of Steel. Parry shield. The first attack is very slow. What is this even? The War Spear. When you strike several targets at the same time. If I can get a magnet grenade with that, I wouldn't be too sad about it. Currently I think I'll go for tactics. Wasn't there another enemy? Where'd he go? Why is it just a long straight hallway? Tactics. That's skills, not weapons. I don't think I'll take any skills right now. That was the teleport rune, so that is probably going to the ossuary, which I could technically take. Thankfully, there's not a restriction on how many enemies you actually have to hit. The legendary version of the egg is actually kinda great, but the just normal one, I don't know if I like it. That is an item. And it is, fuck, an ice shield. Probably not. Like, I'd probably only have it in my armadillo pack. And... does this pierce? Shots pierce the first target, that's very good. I still kinda want a Hokuto bow. Still want the Hokuto's bow if I can get it. Dodging plants a bomb is better. Really want to make that one work. This is... There's the bats. I don't think I want the bats. There's Castlevania. That's the teleport. Yeah, so that's probably to the Osso area. This should go to the sewers. I do like the nerfs of steel. I do like things like the perfect shot mechanic. I learned to love that in the first Hades because I really liked the bow in that game. It's cursed. Right, ossuary it is then. Yeah, really like the bow in that game. I still have to play Hades 2 now that it's been released. Oh no, it's not the ossuary, it's the garden. The ossuary is from the Promenade of the Condemned. Arboretum, and it is incentivized, so I'll gladly take that. But originally I actually wanted to play Monster Train today because they're bringing out a DLC, but when I wanted to start, it wasn't out yet. Honestly, give me the hand hug. Is that only a 2-hit combo? Get me the Armadillo pack. If I don't get the cocoon, I'll probably always take the Armadillo pack. This has a lot of spiked walls, so... It is in fact just a 2-hit combo. I'm not sure I'm too much in love with that. Can you throw this guy? You can. Does it help though? I'm not sure the positioning necessary to make this good is worth it. I also completely forgot I have the temporary health thing. Down you go. It does hit slightly upwards, which might be good against flying enemies. But honestly, probably not my favorite. Like in that case, I kind of prefer the boots, which knocks back all enemies around you. That is that's a 4-hit. No, is it a 3 or a 4-hit combo? I think it's a 3-hit combo. Which, in most cases... Okay, the fact that it turns them around... Like, that would be a lot better if hitting enemies into other enemies would stun both of them. But yeah, not my favorite. I don't think I'll use that one again. Because the fact that you can throw an enemy into another enemy, I feel like every other game they would be stunned. If not immediately just killed. Reminds me of the old Poppy clubs, where Poppies and Poppies just, in League of Legends Poppy, just used the shield bash on each other and both immediately died. That's the magic bow. I still love the fans, but I don't think they're good. Get me the machete. Alright. Ooh, cards. Instead of fire grenade. So which one did the draw? You gain 48 bonus health. Each successful parry is more, and then discard remove all bonus. Then the second one was poison. There's a fucking wall I overlook. Yeah, get that out. Yeah, the green card is poison on melee attacks. This card lose all the damage over time stacks and take damage based on them. I really wish they did more with the Curse of the Dead Gods. Holy shit, you grant me a Scroll of Power this early. Yeah, I do still want to try Hokuto's bow. Like a high level version of it. If I ever find one. Also surprised that you can't really banish any weapons. Or like skills. Tactics. Nope. The stagger on that thing is great. 2 extra jumps. Poisons enemies to wound you. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, that's the disc. And that's the rampart, isn't it? Yeah, more damage changes the force field on a successful melee parry. Rebound stone. 8 damage to... They start bleeding, which I can consume with a card. Actually, toss that out. Start doing that. Promenade of the Condemned. I could get the 2-minute thing. I think that's worth it, and then I can go via the ossuary to the ancient sewers, I believe. Ossuary, Mars of the Banished, Rampart. No, wait. The prison depths to the ancient sewers. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, what is cursed? No, that's boss, not cursed. Is there nothing cursed? That's weird. Oh, the cost loads goods would have been incentivized, but no. Shield, ooh, the light. No, that's the phaser, not the light speed. Reduce, I think that's better. This one carry. Can this one parry? What do you mean ammo mutation doesn't apply? Oh, because you're the force shield, right? I do like the 75% damage reduction on projectiles. Right, honestly, give me the flawless. Which is actually colorless. Wait, you are 1, 2, 3, 4. The first hit is a bit short-ranged. Feels like. What do you have? Victims that are only by enemies when they die, cannot be interrupted, and launches cannot be interrupted by enemies. Oh, okay. Get me the necromancy. Actually, get me the armadillo pack. Also a bit slow. Now, I believe you can have at most 3 lightning orbs. But that should be able to just immediately like one-shot someone. Actually 2 summons. Just do not take damage and be good. I was missing an animation there. Not sure why. Prisoner 545. And we have a heavy grenade. Powerful grenade. Yes. What do? You become to you avoid the first damage so dealt to you. Oh, okay. How was he not able to make it up if there's a teleporter right behind him? That's kind of weak. Tactics weapons. The Misericordia I will never use. No Hokutos, unfortunate. Also, if you have any suggestions for Metroidvanias I could play, preferably some that are better than Blasphemous or just as good as Blasphemous, I am all ears because I'm kinda looking for more of those. God damn it. I've been thinking of playing a game that's been released recently, which is Adventures of Samsara. Not entirely sure yet, but it's at least on the list. And then there's Constance coming out soon, which I was looking also forward to. Scroll fragment number 1. I don't know how I feel about the add-on of scroll fragments. Kinda would have preferred just more doors. Okay, the fact that it actually stabs upwards might be good against flying enemies. Which do tend to be some of the enemies I hate the most. Stun duration. What is your cooldown? 11 seconds. That is better. Wait, if you haven't taken damage for 15 seconds, that's a lot. So that's the prison depths, which I wanted to go in. Ooh, barnacle. Or the fans. I think I'll take neither. Fuck. Ooh, the door. The door is fun, but I don't have anything that interacts with it. Like if I had a crowbar? Maybe. I feel like this weapon is still good. Ooh. A legendary powerful grenade. Haven't had that one before. Yeah, dodging plants. A bomb would have been better, but I accidentally deleted the wrong one. Another elite. And what do we have? Downward. That's the exact same, only other stats, which Do not care for. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The crit on that thing is kinda neat because it's not some complicated. You have to do like a dance for 15 seconds or something like that. And generally, when you come into a new fight, you will most likely not have taken damage for like 15 seconds. Ooh, a cocoon. Fuck, I have a legendary grenade. I want to keep it. I want to keep my cards. Which also, put it on poison. I think I'll go to the prison depths soon. Door. One cell door. Probably a shop or not. This weapon appears to be kind of bugged. That was now the second time where an animation was just kind of missing. And yeah, it is a shop. Ooh, there is Hokuto's bow. Well, thank you, sir. Nah. What does the Hokuto's bow actually do? It's a S5S, it's not bad. 201 additional damage every 1.5 seconds for 15 seconds. Shoots an arrow, shots pierce the first, shoots an arrow upwards, shoots an arrow behind you. Just all of the arrows. What I'm gonna do now is get me the mutation for arrows deal dot. Sure, get me another outfit. Get me burped tips. There it was. Do I want to reforge that? I don't think we need to shoot that many arrows. 50 damage, shots pierce the first target, victims burn or they die. That's better. Because then the burn will deal additional damage. And then, to the sewers we go. Actually, first to the depths, yeah. The depths I don't like. Fuck you. I do kind of wish I had their throwing knives of poison. I mean, we have the kunai, which is basically the same. Well, not entirely, but basically. I still don't know whether poison or bleed is stronger. Like, poison obviously has the advantage of stacking basically infinitely, while bleed has the advantage of doing a big burst of damage after a while. Oh. Well, in that case I can also just kill you. And there's the bad boy. I do not like the things that spawn additional stuff. Ooh, shop. Tactics. Nah. Do I just take that? Poisons the enemy. Yes. Now I need to keep in mind to actually use it. And I need to remind myself of the timing of that. Though I still do have the Armadillo pack to help with that. This is why I like the Hokuto bow, where you just, if you're lucky, it propagates its debuff all the way. Because the debuff itself, I don't think, is actually that strong. Also, how did I not take damage there? Take some chicken. The problem is that it doesn't propagate the arrow itself. So the debuff, because the debuff itself doesn't really deal any damage. Is there anything up there? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt pretty bad. Damage from projectiles reduced. That's fine. And everything I have currently is based on tactics, so... Ooh, that's a legendary. No, that's a S. It's kinda neat, but not really needed. You go to the ancient sewers, which is where I wanted to go. So we can fight Conjunctivius. Now for Conjunctivius, I believe... Actually, put it into an outfit. Like someone told me that the later outfits cost stupid amounts of money. Just a necromancy, I guess. There is one modifier for weapons, which is victims poison other enemies. That would be perfect together with this, but unfortunately, no. Or victims poison, because then if they die with the poison, they release a poison cloud, and the poison cloud is what you want. Because then all other enemies in range get the Hokuto's debuff and get poisoned. Get jumped by a fucking meat stick. Actually, that's mostly just what I want. Yeah. I just realized. I kind of want to know. Okay, it is actually the body that gets poisoned. And not the head. That was probably not worth it. Wasted my cocoon. attack plus generates a toxic cloud around you. I don't think so. Like, I'll probably lose my grenade relatively soon because I'm not really a fan of the grenades, like most of them. Especially the ones that exclusively do damage without any other effects. Those aren't really my thing. Even though they can be good. But they're kind of not good specifically against the enemies that I care about. Which is mostly just bosses. Isn't it? No, wait, that's the door. Right. And then if you have like... If you have like the freeze grenade or the magnet grenade, that is the crowd control from... I use those not for... I use those not for damage but for crowd control. I wonder, do you take the... I wondered if he takes the damage when underground, but he didn't even live long enough. Baseball bat, that's a no in this case. I'm not sure whether I actually used the cocoon. Tentacle! Nope. Also only have one key until now. The parry shield with those guys is actually kind of funny. Fuck. Do I want you? It's more dot. Like this bow shoots really slowly. Probably not. Not interested. Holy shit, how long do you stun? Like, it's probably good against conjunctivitis, but I'm not sure how good it would be against, like, the tentacles. Always appreciate that they're just waiting. The arrows do stick, so the burped tips is gonna go crazy. Good hit. More burped tips. Unfortunately, it does not deal extra damage from the... He's not stunned long enough. Alright. I think I need to heal. which already looking worse for wear than last time. Frozen armor. I don't think I want that. Oh. And another shop. I'm actually kind of wanted to see if I can work tomorrow. No. Like that sword? Maybe, if it didn't block me out of my Hokuto's bow. I also still don't like that it just slides you forward whenever you hit someone. Or actually just use it in general. Oh wait. More DPS. There's an elite. Do I want to fight that? Sure, why not? Another shield bearer. This one not nearly as bad. Right, I'm gonna grab you. Do I want the money? I'm kind of thinking about taking that turret. Alright, so the magic bow I think should be good against Conjunctivius, and then the Hokuto's bow, or actually more like the turret, should be okay against the tentacles. Not necessarily good, but... doing like tentacles, not really. Also, how do I have so much money again? Didn't I waste a lot trying to get up the Hokuto's bow better? I hope I get an upgrade to that. Alright. Okay, that was quick. Why are they so fast? Ow. I went in too early. I need to just let the turret tank. And I failed doing that. I love the ranged weapons that poison or dot enemies, because it's just... at some point they just collapse, and I find it funny. Impaler probably not. Slumbering Sang... is anything incentivized? I never looked at the map in here. That's just a big face. Graveyard is incentivized, so go there I shall. Holy shit, really? Is that Assassin's Dagger? As victims burn. Nah. Probably just this one is less damage. Actually, I think I'll just sell. Well, damage was taken. Alright, served conjunctivius. And 1 flask. Enemies here, the weird hook dudes that pull you closer just to kick you. No, they kick you away so they can pull you closer to then hit you in melee. Which... not entirely sure how that makes sense. Alright. Light speed. No. I'm gonna be fully honest, the light speed confuses me. Because I am old. Grab... well, first of all, before I do that... I still do love Hokuto's bow. Alright, now nobody's annoying me while I read. Damage from projectiles is reduced, and downward attack smash. Burn the ground. Death is a blessing, glory to its priest. Oh, that's the... the cursed enemy statue. Ooh, punishment. I think I prefer that over the parry shield. Even though it is, numbers-wise, probably worse because I haven't stacked into... I haven't really stacked into survival. Okay, that's the door to... that's the door for down. Fuck, even the rat survivor shot. At this point, I really am gonna need an upgrade. Wait, did the wheelie dude die? What? How? I think I pressed the cocoon button, but maybe I didn't. Well, here, duck. I do appreciate that the cocoon immediately goes off cooldown when you actually hit your parry. Otherwise, that thing would probably not be usable. Fuck. How dare you get stunned? And then there's a key. The graveyard key. Fuck. I know it's possible to get up there. Perfect. And it is the cursed sword. That's a no. That will always be a no. Same with the Misericord. Like, those are just gonna be no's. Forever. I didn't... whatever. Keep in mind there are spikes. Any good items in here? The bats. Probably not. What is up there? Can't see. Just money. Alright. I actually don't even need to go... Wait, there's a scroll fragment? How did I miss that? And a chest. Oh, ain't I glad I checked the map. And you offer me the needle, the pure nail, actually. The needle is... Wait, yeah, needle is, Hello. Unfortunately, I can't read Cyrillic. Regardless of the language used. Fuck out of Estus. I should maybe play Dark Souls. Give it another shot. Ooh. Absolutely. Wonderful. I don't know whether I want to go to the cavern. Cavern, what is the other option? Sepulcher. Wait, that's a legendary? Increased duration. What do? You grant me 70% of your health as bonus health, reduces damage taken by 20%. Creates a toxic cloud when the effect ends, freezes enemy when the effect ends, covers the ground around you. Damage taken for 9 seconds. Honestly, it would be more useful if you did that when the effects start when used. Stun grenade, probably not. Yeah, the options I have are Sepulcher and Cavern. And among those, I think I prefer the Cavern. I don't know, can I go to the clock tower from here? Maybe. Not sure. Okay, I realize a problem on the magic bow. I can't roll or parry in it while the animation is playing. Nope. So I think I should rather get something like a quick bow. It does make me invulnerable for like a second, or maybe two. Yeah, the magic bow I don't think is a fit. Get me a quick bow, maybe. Oh. That is also good enough. Because the poison will work wonders with Arcturus bow. Yep. That is exactly what I want to see. That hit me? Well, that was very close. Alright, how about here? I think the poison cloud is actually a tad bit larger than the... Oh wait, there's a legendary... Is that a legendary ice crossbow? Do I want that? Enemies at will this will almost slowly victims freeze nearby enemies when they die. Do I want that? Not against the boss, unfortunate as it is. And because it's a crossbow, I can't store it. Okay, cavern. Sepulcher. You know what? Fuck it, cavern. There are a lot of enemies that I think only exist in the cavern, and I could maybe get more stuff from them. Use up all of the cells we have. Honestly, just use both of those. Ninja outfit. I do have like a black cloud. That I can kind of like use as a ninja head. Wrong direction. Now there are enemies here that do not take damage from the front, and they are gonna be a problem. But I think I'll just ignore them. Yeah, this dude, exactly. Thankfully, dots do not care. And I also do not like these guys because they're kind of just immune to damage most of the time. Right. Please. Higher level Hokuto's bow is all I ask for. Which is very specific. But I don't think the weapon is strong enough to warrant being gate-kept that hard. Oh no, you can't take damage from the back, is that it? You can't take damage from the back. That is actually not as bad then. Because most enemies will look at you. Or at least try to. That was a very long wind-up on that attack. At least I land in lava. I still don't like those enemies. Like, I think I actually prefer the Slumbering Sanctuary. Which, if I recall correctly, the Cavern was among the first DLCs. Because it came in with the giant. Do I do another run? Probably not today, because tomorrow I need to see if I can work. Hopefully. I still haven't gotten back to the... Especially because I think I need to ensure I can get him. I need to use the capture grenade. And none of these sets look good. Like, none of them. The right side is especially egregious because you have 2 weapons that take 2 weapon slots each. But it's probably gonna be the right one. But I'll see that, yeah, I'll see that next time. I'll see that next time. For now, I just realized there are pictures up here. That's all the merchants, isn't it? I also never realized you start sliding after a while. But yeah, I'm gonna stop for today. I thank you for watching. I do hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night. I hope you can actually work tomorrow if you want to work tomorrow. And otherwise, hope you have a nice week. Goodbye.